A little while ago, some of our new friends at Magic Wheelchair reached out to us and told us about Cory Lee of Curb with Cory Lee. Cory's a travel blogger that writes from the perspective of accessibility with traveling. He was doing a little bit of a tour through the Northeast here, where he ended up in Salem at the Hawthorne Hotel for the Halloween party of all Halloween parties to go to, and he needed a cool costume. With all of his jet setting and traveling, he really wanted something related as a theme and chose snakes on a plane. And we'd appreciate if you could just take a look down in the description below for a link to Magic Wheelchair. They're a really great organization doing really great things, and we hope you can go support them. So take a look at our video as we worked with Magic Wheelchair and Cory to make his awesome Snakes on a Plane costume. Andrew machined and handworked some foam wings. It kept the plane really lightweight, and they were easy to shape. The frame on Cory's costume was cut out on our Avid CNC router. We used a kayak-inspired skin-on-frame design of sorts, and made it really lightweight and easy to mount directly onto Cory's chair. A quick round over on the top and bottom of our frame with a palm router made sure we didn't have any sharp edges when we pulled the skin over it. We split each frame section into two components that we joined back together. This saved some of our plywood material, and we used TotalBoat Thixo for a nice strong bond with some screws to reinforce it. TotalBoat Thixo is an easy-to-use two-part epoxy system that is pre-thickened and mixes right in the tip as you apply it. Andrew did some quick roundovers on the foam parts to give him a nice finished look. There's a joke in here somewhere about how many narwhals it takes to assemble a plywood frame. During some testing, we found that the skin pulled over the frame too tightly and showed the frame underneath. We applied some poster board to kind of hide the frame underneath the skin. Big box store insulation foam was lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to shape. Our Arbortech turboplane and a random orbital sander made very quick work of shaping the nose. Once fully assembled, these tabs weren't really needed, so we cut them off for a smooth, flush look on the plane. What kept this whole thing light enough to work for us was we covered the whole frame in vinyl shrink wrap intended for storing boats in the winter. Really not a on-label use for it, but it worked really well and allowed us to get a nice tight structure around the entire frame and gave us the shape we needed. We had a little bit of uncertainty coming into this part, but you can see as the shrink wrap pulled tight, it gave us the shape and structure we wanted. Vinyl shrink wrap was the glue that held all this together. We wrapped it around the plane, stapled it on, and heated it to form a lightweight, tight skin around the plane to form its structure. With the shrink wrap successfully applied, the plane was still kind of missing something, so we made some custom graphics on our vinyl cutters. Our friend Zyla Foxland taught me a quick trick that makes reading vinyl so much easier. Draw a box around each of your letters or sentences so you can pull away the waste vinyl in smaller sections so it doesn't stick to itself. And then used some dry erase markers to make guidelines and apply them onto our plane. With the short time frame of this build, we were all kind of learning as we went. Andrew made some new wings with a stronger attachment system, and then he fiberglassed them. It kept it pretty lightweight, and made it a paintable surface, and gave us the strength to mount our 3D printed jet engines on the bottom of the wings. You know, one of the hardest workers on this build was our 3D printers. Each of these jet engines took about 3 days to print, but they really tied the look together, and I'm glad they came out. These were designed in Fusion 360 and printed with 10% infill to make sure they were nice and lightweight. Each engine was only about £1 and change. All right, after 3 days, we have a successful jet engine print. There it goes. And if this goes well, this part's really satisfying because I can just pop this off. Maybe. There it goes. A little less satisfying than usual, but still came apart pretty well. And combined with our printed fan blade, I think we're going to have a pretty sweet jet engine. 1/4-20 threads were printed directly into the engines, which made for easy attachment with off-the-shelf hardware. And a huge thanks to Cory and his mom who came by. They happened to be in the area while we were doing the build, and it gave us an awesome opportunity to test fit the costume and make sure we were going in the right direction. While Cory was here, we just made a couple minor modifications to get the costume to fit better on this chair. We're so glad to be able to take the time and fit it properly to his chair and make sure everything went great for the event on Saturday night.
So if I could ask everybody to please make a little piece of room for our next winner, the best cinematic. If you would, please put your hands together for Sandy Cory from Lafayette, Georgia. Let's hear one more time for Sandy and Cory, everybody! Yeah.